year 1993, something extraordinary happened in Nigeria. Something so powerful, so breathtaking, that even today, over 30 years later, we still celebrate it. This is not just a story about an election. This is the legend of the day when 14 million Nigerians stood up and said, "Our voices will be heard." But before we dive into this incredible tale, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because today, we're about to witness one of the most dramatic moments in Nigerian history. Picture this. For over a decade, Nigeria had been ruled by military generals. Imagine living in a world where you couldn't choose your leaders, where decisions about your future were made without asking what you wanted. It was like being in a school where students never got to vote for their class president, and the principal made every single rule without listening to anyone. By the early 1990s, Nigerians were tired. They were hungry for something they had almost forgotten existed, the power to choose their own destiny. And then, everything changed. In 1993, General Ibrahim Babangida made a promise that would shake the very foundations of Nigeria.
We will hold the freest and fairest election this country has ever seen.
But this wasn't just any election, this was going to be special. Instead of secret voting, Nigerians would queue openly behind pictures of their chosen candidates. Everyone would see democracy in action. Two political parties emerged, the Social Democratic Party, the SDP, and the National Republican Convention, the NRC. But from the moment the campaigns began, one man's name echoed across every village, every city, every corner of Nigeria. MKO Abiola. This wasn't just any businessman. This was a man who owned Concorde Airlines, with planes that soared across African skies, Concorde newspapers that told truth to power, and companies that employed thousands. But here's what made him truly legendary. MKO Abiola didn't just want to be president. He wanted to be the president of every Nigerian. Christian or Muslim, Yoruba or Hausa, Igbo or Fulani, it didn't matter to him. His campaign slogan wasn't just words on a poster. It was a promise that set hearts on fire. Hope 93. While his opponent Bashir Tofa from Kano was respected and capable, something magical was happening across Nigeria. From Lagos to Kano, from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, people were falling in love with the idea that change was finally coming. June 12, 1993. Dawn broke over Nigeria like never before. This wasn't just election day, this was Freedom Day. Imagine 14 million people, your parents, your grandparents, your aunties and uncles, all walking to voting centers with hope in their hearts and determination in their steps. They queued for hours under the blazing sun, some traveling for miles because they knew. Today was the day their voices would finally count. And oh, what a sight it was. Long lines of people proudly standing behind MKO Abiola's picture. It wasn't just voting, it was a celebration of unity. Nigerians had spoken, and they had spoken with one voice.
Nigerians are ready for democracy. Nigeria have elected their president, and Nigerians are not prepared to go for another election.
But then, just when the nation held its breath waiting for the official results, the unthinkable happened. The military canceled the election. Cancelled it. They claimed there was vote buying, but everyone knew the truth. MKO Abiola had won, and won decisively. The people's choice was being stolen right before their eyes. Imagine studying for the biggest exam of your life, acing it perfectly, then being told your results don't count. That's how 14 million Nigerians felt that day. Passionately. But Nigerians are not a people who give up easily. From every corner of the country, voices rose in protest, frustrated.
Count our votes! Count our votes! Restore our mandate!
Abiola is out. Abiola is out.
Students left their classrooms, market women closed their shops, workers abandoned their offices. This wasn't just about MKO Abiola anymore. This was about the soul of Nigeria itself. On June 11, 1994, Exactly 1 year after that historic election, MKO Abiola did something that would cement his place in history forever. Standing before the world, he declared, "I am the elected president of Nigeria." It was the bravest thing any Nigerian had ever done. The military's response was swift and harsh. They arrested him, threw him in prison, and kept him there for 4 long years. But even behind bars, MKO Abiola never stopped believing in the Nigeria he dreamed of, a Nigeria where every voice mattered. On July 7, 1998, just as he was about to be released, MKO Abiola's heart stopped beating. But his dream lived on. 20 years later, on June 12, 2018, President Muhammadu Buhari did something beautiful. He declared June 12 as Nigeria's Democracy Day, officially honoring MKO Abiola as the winner of Nigeria's freest and fairest election. Today, every June 12, when you're enjoying your holiday from school, remember this: you're not just celebrating a day off, you're celebrating the 14 million Nigerians who stood in the sun and declared that their voices mattered. You're celebrating MKO Abiola, who chose prison over surrender. That's the legend of June 12th, the day Nigeria chose hope over fear, unity over division, and democracy over dictatorship, proudly. It's a story every young Nigerian should know by heart. Want to discover more incredible stories that shaped our nation? Smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Join the Culture Nation family, where Nigeria's most amazing stories come alive. Until next time, remember, you are the future of Nigeria, and your voice will be heard.